Hi there, it's Ernest from Astute. Today we'll be doing a destination review on Sequoia National Park. Sequoia National Park is located in Central California, just northeast of Bakersfield. The entrance to the park is located in Three Rivers, California, which is a small and quiet town. There are a lot of things to see at Sequoia, so let me run down my list of things that I thought were worth seeing. Keep in mind that I visited the park in March 2017. Number 1. The Giant Forest. This is definitely a must-see if you're going to Sequoia National Park. The trees here are huge, and they have existed thousands of years. It's truly a humbling experience to hike among them. Number 2 on my list is the General Sherman tree. This is also located in the Giant Forest area. The General Sherman tree is the largest living tree in the world, and definitely worth stopping by to see. It's less than a quarter-mile hike from the parking lot to the tree itself. One thing to keep in mind is that there are a couple of really large trees in the area, and a lot of folks were actually taking pictures at the wrong tree. They were at the first tree they saw, but the actual tree is down the trail. So before you start snapping photos and posing, make sure you're standing in front of the right tree. Number 3 is Morro Rock. This is also a must-see on my list. The rock is located in the Giant Forest and is a quick 300 to 400 steps up to the top. One thing to keep in mind though is that there are snow conditions at times. When we visited Morro Rock, there were portions of the stairs and walkway that were covered in snow. Most people were able to get through it, but it really helped to have the right gear. In our case, we were carrying stabilizers, which are basically snow and ice cleats that you can place on top of your normal shoes or boots. They definitely helped us get through the snow, though I did fall one time while I was filming. Number 4 on my list are the multiple scenic stops on the way up to the Giant Forest. As you drive up the mountain from the entrance toward the Giant Forest, there are several scenic stops along the way. These are a great place to stop and take photographs, especially if you happen to be driving around sunset. In terms of lodging, you can stay in the park, but we opted to stay just outside the entrance. We stayed at the Sequoia Village Inn. These were a series of cabins owned by the Buckeye Tree Lodge, which is a hotel right across the street from the Village Inn. Each has their own unique personality and configuration. In terms of dining, your choices are a bit limited when visiting Sequoia National Park. Three Rivers has several restaurants, but inside the park, there's very limited dining facilities. We tried 2 restaurants in the Three Rivers area. One was the Gateway Restaurant. This was a restaurant across the street from our hotel. The food was decent and basic. I think I ordered a burger, which was good, but the portion size was a bit larger than I expected and wanted. The second night there, we went to the Buckaroo Diner. We did a quick Yelp search and we found the Buckaroo Diner, which was highly recommended. The food there was phenomenal. In fact, we enjoyed it so much that we went the next day for brunch. And finally, let me give you some tips on visiting Sequoia National Park. Number 1, make sure to give yourself enough time when exploring the park. When we first looked at the map, we were shocked to see how short the distances were between the attractions. It looked like you could enter the park and be at Morro Rock within a couple of minutes. However, the drive from the park entrance to Morro Rock and the Giant Forest is about 45 minutes to an hour. It's a long drive, and it's along some very windy and long roads. Number 2, don't assume that you won't encounter snow. We visited the park 2 weeks after a major storm had passed through. When I initially looked at the weather report in Three Rivers, I noticed that the weather was going to be pretty mild. Luckily, I had packed some snow stuff just in case. I definitely did not account for the high elevation. The area was covered in snow. And sadly, there were even folks walking around in shorts. You definitely don't want to be that person. Number 3, get information on road conditions. In many cases, you might not need them, especially if the rangers have closed down roads that are further down and deeper in the park. Number 4, bring appropriate gear. We brought a pair of ice cleats, which really helped with hiking on the snowy trails and also climbing Morro Rock. In fact, I don't know if I would have even tried to go up the rock if we weren't wearing the right shoes. Keep in mind that you can also rent gear like snowshoes, skis, and sled at the Lodgepole Visitor Center, which is a little bit past the giant forest area. Number 5, eat early. Unfortunately, most of the restaurants in Three Rivers close early. Your best bet is to grab dinner before 8 p.m. Number 6, pick up some produce on your way out of Three Rivers. We stopped at one of the orange fruit stands on the drive out and bought a bag of oranges for only $3. They ended up being some of the most delicious and sweet oranges that I've ever tasted. The area is filled with orange trees, so stop by and pick up a bag from one of the local farmers. Number 7, buy an annual pass. The annual pass to the national parks is a great deal. If you plan to visit other national parks, it's definitely worth making the investment. For $80, you get access to a ton of national parks. The pass can be associated with 2 different people, which is useful if you want to share it with visiting family members or friends. And lastly, number 8, make sure you pack some snacks when visiting the park. Food is sold at the Lodgepole Visitor Center, which is just past the giant forest. However, it's a long drive and the choices are quite limited. Also, the coffee really wasn't that great, if that matters to you. And those are my quick tips for visiting Sequoia National Park. If you have any other comments or tips, please leave them below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe below. Until next time, travel safe and travel smart.